Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel, Lazy Cow Reactions. This is Where the Truth Lies. When Amy and Ty persuade Sarah, the town recluse, to let them treat her sick horse at Heartland, the family helps her face the ghosts of her past. So obviously, there's going to be some sort of truth that's going to be revealed, hence the title of the episode. In the last one we saw, of course, that Amy graduated high school and there was a near fatal death experience for Spartan due to colic. But of course, everything turned out all right in the end. Amy has decided now that she's graduated, she's going to take a bit of time off and not leave the Heartland Ranch, which of course makes sense. Lou has sold the Dew Ranch to Lisa, who decided that Lou could be her partner, so she would buy Tim's half. So now Lou and Lisa are going to be partners as well. At the time of this recording, season 16 of Heartland has started filming, and I just keep thinking to myself, like, I'm only on season 4. I've got so much more to go. But even if I do get caught up, season 16 probably will not be available on Heartland for probably at least a year. I mean, they uploaded season 14 earlier this year, back in April. So I could see next year, of course, being season 15, and then in 2024 it being season 16 as well. So depending on how fast I can get these done, I might be able to be all caught up by the time season 15 debuts on Netflix. Otherwise, you know, once it is all done and caught up, obviously then there will be a break between videos being uploaded until season 16 is available, or until I find out how I can get the CBC or find some other platform that might have season 16. Anyways, let's get going with episode 5 of season 4 of Heartland. Let's get started. Oh no, Badger's gonna mess with Ty's motorcycle. This is not going to go well.
Don't even think about it. Is this yours? Yeah. It's worth more than your life. You could rub your hands off it.
Badger's hair is kind of like Ty's.
Okay? I need you.
Baby.
You're on it.
Well, at least she brought the horse. This took a little while to pause, but we'll go ahead and we'll continue it as right now. That looked like a really good cake. Too bad she had to drop it. But at least Crazy Craven showed up. You know, at least she is willing to get the help for her horse, which is... And Peter and Lou are gonna be a bit strained, but I think they'll work it out, because if I remember from the things I've seen, she does end up having a baby with Peter. Peter might even stay in the cast, I don't know. So it could very well be that they work things out, which I hope they do. Obviously, yeah, it would be hard for anyone to have a relationship like that, to be married and be so far away from your spouse. And I know some people do make it work. Some are independent and strong, and so yeah, they do spend time away and then make it work when they're together. In a way, it's kind of reminding me of that season of Friends when Chandler went to Tulsa for his job and was gone like 4 days a week, would leave like on Sundays and come back on Thursdays. And he and Monica made it work. Now, granted, he didn't stay there very long. I think he only did it for a few months before he quit. You know, he said, I couldn't stand leaving you, which is correct. So he would come back like on Thursdays, have all of Thursday, or the rest of Thursday, Friday and Saturday, and then leave on Sunday and then go back to Tulsa. And yeah, it would be hard but they were making it work, you know. And one or two times she went out to Tulsa to be with them. So, you know, if there is a situation like that where spouses do have to go off on business trips and are going to be gone a while, they do find a way to make it work. And for some spouses, it works better that way. They're married, they love each other, but they spend some time apart. If you're hearing that rattling, I apologize. My cat is scratching himself and he's up against a register. Anyways, let's keep going. If you really care about your horse, you'll get him the care he needs.
Hey, Falcon.
What a beauty.
Sarah.
At least she's showing some respect to Marion.
I was just thinking about some minor changes.
Why would she not go for that? Regardless of the cost. You know, for me, my attitude is, I don't care the cost. If it's something that's going to help heal my cats, I'm gonna fucking do it. I don't care if it costs thousands of dollars. We'll make it work. You know, take out another job, take out a loan, do whatever. I'm gonna make it work. If it's something that can help them, you know, my cat Kitty, the oldest one, our senior, he had a tumor on his ear. And it was on one side and then it got on the other side. And so of course we had the tumor removed and it was malignant. And I think each time the bill came to $600, $800, I'm not sure. But my attitude is, it's worth it. Because, you know, that's our cat, that's our baby. And we would pay it, again, regardless of cost. If it had cost $3,000, $10,000, I'd be like, you know what, we will find a way to do this. We'll make payments, again, take out a loan, do something, because it's worth it. So he's talking about this medication that's going to be expensive. You buy that medication, you make it work, you save the horse. There's always another way.
Hey. Sarah, we have some news.
It's a pretty severe glandular condition. That's one of the horses on. Maybe it's better to do this from stock.
God, is real bad.
I've heard enough. What's the company? I'm sure none of these guys have.
Just continues to eat, you know, because it's not like he can do anything about it. Horse is like, yeah, I'm just going to continue munching here on my grass, you know, no big deal. That could be a good opportunity for Mallory and Badger to spend a little bit of time kissing. You know, when you have something like that, I mean, obviously they boarded something up, but it makes you think, when you have a situation like that where there's like a hole, and yeah, you clear it up, but it kind of makes you want to also like wish that there was another way that they could escape. You know, like she tried to climb up on the boards and the boards collapsed. So obviously at one point it was used for something if there were boards around. So they should try other parts because they might be able to find a secure board that they can use to hoist themselves up. But they fell far. And I'm actually kind of surprised that when they fell, they didn't, I mean, it looks like Badger might be a little hurt on his arm. But I'm like, you didn't break a bone. You fell that far onto hard dirt, and you didn't break anything? That does seem a little outrageous. But I think Sarah is going to end up being the businessman. I think Lou and Peter are going to make up, hopefully go back to Dubai, and Sarah's going to end up being the business manager. Since she kind of heard the conversation, I think, you know, maybe she'll offer or something. But yeah, I think she's going to be the one who's going to run it. But we could still have Soraya still intern for the summer and kind of learn. Lou needs to not take everything so seriously. Like she was kind of getting all offended about, oh, so my Dubrans is a joke that teenagers could run it. It's like, no, that's not what he's saying. You're the one who's taking offense over something silly.
Come here, Avery. Hey, who's this?
It's your friend. And there you go. Good boy.
Amy, how are your house?
No, she just went upstairs. Raven's place with Badger.
Okay, thanks. That's weird. Where's Badger ride?
Looks like it's going to be just this year.
I figured that had something to do with that was either like her husband or something. Don't want to think that she murdered him, but it is a little suspicious about that, you know? Like, how's that gonna work? They were lucky, I guess Jake and Jamie heard them. Because, you know, they threw the rope down. You'd think that they would have heard them too, up above, but maybe they were far enough down that it wouldn't have mattered. At least she knows. It's gonna be hard to work with one arm.
You're cute and breaking.
I'll still go with this stupid thing.
Could have been a lot worse.
Yeah?
Yeah?
Sure. I can even teach you how to ride a horse with one arm.
He's supposed to so much.
Looking better every day.
He's got more energy.
It's 'cause I still feel bad for Avery, you know. She said that he was picked on by their herd, which means obviously they fought with them, so they bullied him. Bullying doesn't just happen in humans. Poor little guy. But at least they're gonna get him, he'll have a home. She says he likes Falcon. So Avery and Falcon and Lucky will all bond. I was kind of wondering what they were going to do with Avery, if they were going to keep Avery and Lucky there, or, you know, looks like Sarah will take them. Although she said she didn't really have that much in terms of money. At least though, I mean, I saw her wearing her husband's chain. At least she found out though about her husband, that he didn't leave her. I mean, maybe he would have, but she found out that he fell down that hole and sadly perished. Yeah. But at least in that sense, she got closure. And Lou did the right thing with hiring Soraya. I mean, it'll be good experience for Soraya, and you know, I've always thought they're gonna need more help anyways. Lou needs to learn to relax the reins. And while I agree with, you know, like the rustic experience and stuff, I like some of Lisa's ideas, like adding the kitchenette or the indoor plumbing and having like a spa, whirlpool and stuff. And I thought, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, someone might go on a trail ride and get back and decide that they're gonna relax in a hot tub or pool or whatnot. To me, that sounds like a lot of fun. I mean, heck, if I could, I'd be in a hot tub all day. So, if it were me, and I was Lou, I'd be like, let's compromise on this and this and this. But you know, Lou doesn't want to take any of the ideas, and I'm like, you need to go with the times. You need to go with progress. You were the one who was so eager about, you know, promoting Heartland and doing video and stuff like that. It's like, but you need to let the reins go a bit and let other people be in charge and make decisions. Granted, you get final say. So like if Lisa decided that she wanted to add something completely outlandish, you could put the kibosh on it. But at least think about adding a few new things, you know, especially for the new branch. Because just because you think these people aren't gonna want that. You don't know that, especially if it is like corporate types, like last season, how they had the corporate cowgirls episode. Some of the corporate types might want to have their own little kitchenette or AC or, you know, or a pool or something. And also by adding that, then that means you can probably have people in the winter because the cabins would be equipped with heat. And she had talked about doing something in the winter anyways, so make them equipped with heat. You can still have a fire, but, you know, I don't know, I see it kind of from Lisa's point of view with the whole business, but you can still keep the rusticness and the charm and everything. So hopefully they will work out like a compromise and negotiations and everything. So, but I'm glad that Peter was able to kind of meet her halfway. And you know, I'm thinking he could probably, he said it was gonna be 6 months, but it seems like he wants to stay there longer than 6 months. And I'm thinking, why do you want to actually live with the guy, like permanently? Because I don't think you should, but you know, this is something that couples need to decide together, especially when they're married. They need to discuss where they're gonna live, what their futures are gonna be, etc. You know? Episode 5 is done. Thank you for joining me for this reaction. Please hit the like button and subscribe for more content if you can. I am happy that you are here and watching this reaction. I will suggest, obviously if you're watching this on YouTube, then you know to change your VPN, but if somehow you are watching this on Rumble and you want to see this on YouTube, you'll have to go ahead and change your VPN as these videos are blocked in the US, Australia, and New Zealand. So just change over to UK or some other country and you should be able to access all of the Heartland videos. Every so often some do appear in the US, where they are only blocked then, I think, in Australia and New Zealand. So every so often you get one that does show in the US, but generally these are being blocked in the US for some reason. So, like I said, just change your VPN. You should be able to access it that way. Or, you know, of course, you can always head over to Rumble where all of the Heartland reacts are being posted. So, thank you for joining me. I will see you in my next video. Bye.